The double haters.
I'm terrified no matter who wins.
It's the group of voters that doesn't like either main party candidate in an election.
It's really just which ones you hate the least.
They're nothing new. Just ask UB poli-sci professor Jacob Neuheisel.
We've always talked about picking the lesser of two evils. There's not a dime's worth of difference between them.
This presidential election, that population is bigger than usual.
We have a lot of different indicators that polarization on the rise, and it's at a relatively speaking high point. And so all of those things suggest that we're kind of in for a difficult campaign season.
We hit the streets of Buffalo to see what voters think.
We don't have many solid options.
Bill Bilson is one of the undecided.
I actually have bowed out of the politics situation.
While the double haters likely won't greatly impact New York, people here are keeping an eye on what happens elsewhere.
If there's a huge chunk of people that are so angry and negative and disenchanted that they don't vote at all, that can really change results.
They have some ideas on what might change minds.
Immigration certainly is a big one.
I think the big ones are going to be crime and abortion.
But whether the issues or current events will sway voters is up in the air.
Which way am I going to go at that point? Who knows? Will I go third party? Will I actually go with one of the main candidates? I don't know.
There aren't many demographics that set the double haters apart, but according to a Monmouth University poll, they do tend to skew younger. 27% of those under 35 don't like Trump or Biden. It's 16% in those 35 to 54, and down to 10% for those 55 and older.
It's hard to say what the double haters are going to do.
In 2016, the number of double haters was similar, but Donald Trump took that population and the win. In 2020, Joe Biden won the double haters, but their numbers were lower according to exit polls. That being said, they're not the end-all be-all.
They tend to be expensive, right? The cheap ones to get are people who are already supportive of you. 2012, Barack Obama lost independents by a bit, but ended up getting such a huge chunk of Democrats that it didn't matter.
Neuheisel says we're far out enough that people might say they don't like either candidate, but as we get closer to Election Day, that will likely change.
We know that, low 90% of partisans come home. So if they have a party idea at all, they're typically going to vote it, even though they're going to say things in polls like, really, I don't like either one.
Come November, though, we'll see how it all plays out. Victoria Halakar, Spectrum News.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.